Welcome to day 66 of the Seeker's Guide to Soul Contact. Hope you're enjoying the classes so far. If you are, give us a like and subscribe to our channel or follow us. And we also have all of the past days recorded on my website at freeread.com and also here. The theme for today is I will correct my mistakes. Now, when the seeker receives a revelation from the soul, he will discover that it will often involve a correction of some kind. It may involve a correction of his belief system or some type of action he incorrectly believed to be correct. When a correction is given, the seeker will be expected to implement it. If he does not, the higher self will assume he is not yet ready for consistent communication, and it will withdraw for a time. Thus, we see that following the highest we know is of extreme importance. If the seeker receives something to correct his course and he ignores it, then he is not following the highest he knows. An important key to soul contact is to incorporate correction as soon as the mistake is revealed. The seeker does not have to wait until he gets a clear revelation before applying this principle. All of us receive information in daily life that reveals errors in our thinking and actions. The problem is that it's a natural instinct among us humans to resist change and often not make the needed corrections. Flaws that need correction can range from an annoying personality defect to bigger problems that cause hurt to others. Whether big or small, the seeker needs to pay attention and correct mistakes. A good way to gauge your need for correction is to listen to what others complain about concerning yourself. Here are some possibilities. You interrupt too much. You talk too much. You don't talk enough. You do not listen. You are a reckless driver. Your jokes aren't funny. You have body odor. You are a Debbie Downer. You are too argumentative. You need to control your temper. The list could go on and on. Now, these things do not involve big corrections like some revelation from God may entail, but they provide good practice at making corrections. And when the seeker gets in the habit of making them, he is getting prepared to receive higher things. The problem with flaws that need to be addressed is that often friends will be hesitant to reveal them. They may be nice people who do not want to sound too critical. And in addition to this, many of our most hindering defects are subtle. Such flaws may not bother friends, but are still a hindrance to progress. To find these hindrances, the seeker must regularly examine himself and assess new corrections that need to be made. For instance, maybe you waste over an hour a day that could be applied to productive work. Your friends do not care about that, but your soul does, and so should you. The seeker, therefore, must be self-initiating and study himself for ways to become more effective. The assignment today is to first reflect on your past. What did people complain about concerning you when you were younger? Do you still hear the same complaints? If the answer is yes, then perhaps you're not working hard enough in making corrections. It's a good idea if some complaints are not surfacing anymore. That's a good sign. And perhaps you have been working on making corrections. Now, reflect on complaints you may be receiving in the present time. Do they represent real flaws, or are they just in your friend's imagination? If more than one person is making the same complaint, the chances are that some correction is in order. Ask yourself, am I resisting hearing the truth and making changes? Finally, Find a correction you can make that no one is complaining about, but would make you a better person. You alone can see what this is if you will look. And with this affirmation, as I make corrections, my soul will take notice and trust me. Good food for thought. And think about that during the next 24 hours, and we will see you tomorrow.